Let's face it, most people can't stick with their diet. Is it the fault of the food industry who invests billions of dollars into making foods highly palatable and irresistible? That once you start eating these foods, signals are going on in our brains and in our body that make it feel like it's almost impossible for us to stop eating them? Or is it the fact that food is so easily and readily available that temptations are everywhere we turn? Or is it the fault that the diet industry really designs their diet plans in a way to make us fail, so we keep buying more and more of their products? They want to keep us fat. They don't want us to achieve their goals because then they're not going to be able to make any more money from us. I think you can make an argument for each and every one of those, but for myself personally, I think the biggest reason why most people can't stick with their diet is that once they give into these temptations, they tend to beat themselves up and feel guilty, think, what is wrong with me? How come every time I try to lose fat and get lean, I always seem to sabotage myself? I just can't stop myself from giving into these temptations. When really we need to look at these situations where we give into these temptations as an opportunity for us to learn and grow. We should get excited for these challenges and setbacks. It's what we need to become the best version of ourselves, and really realize that it is natural for us to give into these temptations. It happens to each and every one of us. The key is that we have this chance to try again, and we really need to celebrate that. All right, take what we learned from this past experience and let's see what we can do better this time, improve upon these situations, and make these situations where we give into temptations fewer and far between, so they become less and less frequent in our lifestyle. They're always going to happen, but maybe they go from happening every weekend to once a month to once a year to maybe every couple of years there. And whenever that instance does happen, you give into them temptations rather than going all out and thinking to yourself, all right, here I go again. I screwed up my diet. I'm going to just go hog wild and just pig out right now. You catch yourself in that moment. You learn from those past experiences that overeating like that isn't going to serve you best. It's not like, I got to get this out of the way right now. I'm going to start my diet again tomorrow, so let's just pig out. This is going to be so much better right now. Like, no, that isn't going to serve you. You're going to sleep like crap tonight. You're going to toss and turning, maybe have acid reflux. You're going to feel full and bloated. It's going to throw your digestive system off for days. It's just not going to feel good. You're going to feel sluggish and just awful and gross. So learning from that experience to stop yourself once you catch yourself in that situation where you gave into that temptation, and maybe overeat a little bit, but make it less and less each and every time. That has been my situation, my experience personally. It wasn't until like upward about 6 years ago where every time I would give into those temptations, I would just go hog wild on and just pig out like that. And just really learning from that experience that it doesn't serve me best. Like, I couldn't stand feeling like crap. So now whenever I do happen to give into a temptation, I overeat. I just overeat to the point where I'm feeling a bit full. Like, I'm never stuffed. It's been years since I have felt stuffed because I just don't enjoy it anymore. I've learned that that pain just isn't good, that overeating doesn't provide me any more joy or satisfaction. It's actually pushing that plate away that provides me with the greatest joy and satisfaction from that experience. So learning from each and every one of those experiences. So really realizing that once you give into that temptation, like, what was the trigger? Were you bored? Were you stressed? Was it that you haven't been getting the best sleep for the past few nights? So you're feeling a little bit tired, and that is increasing your appetite. Maybe you're dehydrated, you haven't been drinking as much water today. That is increasing your appetite. Maybe it's just having the temptations in your house. Like last summer, my son watched my house and my dog while I was away on vacation. I bought him some like box cereals because I know he enjoys that. I bought him some chips. I bought him some treats, thinking that he was going to enjoy those, and just to treat him while he was here, a way of thanking him. I come back home from the vacation and he hardly touched any of it. I'm like, oh my God, like, okay, I can handle this. At first I thought, well, maybe I should just send him home with him. I'm like, no, I'm going to enjoy these treats. I'm really good at eating to the point of satisfaction right now. I've learned from my past mistakes and everything. I'm just going to have a little bit each day and make it fit into my calorie target. I have one thing, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll have a little bit more, then I'll have a little bit more. Next thing you know, I'm just pigging out like crazy. And again, not eating to that point of feeling stuffed. It took me a few days to get through that, but still, I was overeating for a few days in a row. I wasn't able to keep things in check like I typically am. So really learning that I'm probably best not to have these temptations in the house. So what I learned from that experience was that next time that happens, I'm going to donate it to charity, like give it to the homeless. And that's actually what I did the next time when my daughter brought home a bunch of candy in the house. I put it in little mini bags and brought it out to the homeless and distributed it there. So that felt good to me. It served my body well. I didn't need all that candy and stuff, and it provided some fuel for other people who were in greater need than I am. That's for sure. And so again, I could get rid of it, or I could use it as an opportunity to keep it in the house and learn like what the voices that were going on in my head when I was giving in, like eating a little bit more than I wanted, tell myself, all right, just a little bit more. Okay, I can have a little bit more. I'm lean, I'm looking great, I'm feeling great, I can afford a little bit more here. So being aware of those conversations and now being able to come up with counter arguments, yes, you look lean, you look great. And that's because you've been living this lifestyle where you've been eating to that point of satisfaction. You haven't been overeating or feeling your best because of all of that. And whenever you do eat in excess, you're not feeling your best. So learn from that experience. So it can be getting rid of those temptations or keeping them in the house and using that as an opportunity to embrace the challenge and really learn from those past experiences. Apply what you've learned from those past experiences to keep things in check and just eat to the point of satisfaction. Really enjoying those treats, but still fitting it for your calorie target for the day. Maybe it is when you're going out for events and you realize, you think to yourself, you know what, I heard one of the tips out there when you're going to be going to a party, maybe eat a little bit less throughout the day. So you get there, you have more calories banked that you can enjoy more of those foods there. But you find that you get to that party and you're just ravenous. You didn't eat enough leading up to that, and you see all these delicious foods. You just can't control yourself, and you're eating faster and faster because you're so hungry. So you're not really giving yourself that chance to realize that you've eaten to that point of satisfaction, that you are actually full. And it's not till afterwards, like 20, 30 minutes afterwards, you're like, whoa, I ate way more than I should have. So you learn from that. Maybe you eat a little bit more leading into that party, or when you get there, you chew the food slowly, you put a little bit of each, you sample each thing on your plate, and you drink some water at the same time there. Or maybe the next time, maybe you heard of the other thing that maybe you're better off eating more leading up to that party. So you're already feeling kind of satisfied, you're not that hungry, so you're not going to be as likely to eat more while you're there. But then you get there and you're damn close to your calorie target for the day, expecting that you're not going to want to eat, but the food is just so tempting. Even though you are not hungry, you decide that you're going to eat more of it. So again, you got to find that sweet spot there of how little, like how much you're going to eat leading up to these events. And what is your plan of action while you're there? Are you going to tell yourself, I want to enjoy this food that is here, but I'm just going to have a sampling of each and every one. I'm going to enjoy it to the point of satisfaction because I know that's what's going to give me the greatest pleasure and the greatest joy from this experience. Maybe people are really twisting your arm, getting you to want to drink, not want, but they're trying to insist that you drink more alcohol. You cave into that temptation. What do you learn from that experience? The next time you're faced with that situation, you realize, all right, like that's them. It's great that they love to party. They like to drink more. That's on them. Like that's I guess them living their life to the fullest. That's not me living my life to the fullest. Like I don't like feeling low on energy the next day, having that brain fog, not just feeling exhausted, just not being able to perform my best in the gym and all that I'm doing throughout the day. So it's not worth it to me to drink in excess. Maybe I'll keep it to 1 or 2 drinks, or maybe I will enjoy some like tonic water or something like that. So a lot of people think I'm having vodka or gin or something, but it's really just soda water or something like that, or some diet pop that makes it look like you're having a mixed drink or something. Or maybe you just like tell people, I don't want to drink today. You don't have to explain any more than that. I just don't want to drink. Cool. And if they keep plugging away, that's on them. You're just like, sorry, I told you I don't want to drink. What else do you want me to say? So again, having these plans of action for all these situations where you have given in temptations, you learn from those experiences and you carry it forward. No, it's going to happen again, but each time it happens, you want it to be less severe and you want those instances to happen fewer and far between. So once again, recognizing that it is natural for us to give into these temptations, and we have this great opportunity to learn and grow from those experiences, and we have the chance to try again. Like, how freaking awesome is it that we get to try? All right, it didn't work this time. Let's see if this works the next time. And if it doesn't, we get another chance to try again. You don't have to completely throw in the towel. That's the only time you are ever defeated. That's the only time that you truly fail. Each and every time is just practice for the next time. Practice for the next time. And really realizing that we can always learn and grow. This is a lifelong journey here. We can always learn how to handle these situations a lot better. So that is my advice. Yes, the food industry, the temptations of being readily available, the foods being highly palatable and irresistible, and yeah, certain diet plans that make it tougher for us to stick with because it's such a deviation from the way we typically eat rather than just simply improving upon our own natural eating tendencies, working within our best interests there. Those things can all work against us, sure, but again, it's all learning about all of that and growing from those experiences and working with it rather than against it, rather than saying, I'm going to completely avoid all this stuff. You're being overly restrictive, and the next thing you know, you're facing these situations and it leads to a binge eating experience. So really working with yourself, and rather than taking an all or nothing approach, you just learn and grow, and you try to get a little bit better each and every time. I hope you enjoyed that tip. I would really love to hear your insights. So please take a moment to share your thoughts, share your feedback down in the comment section below and your own personal experiences. If you enjoyed today's video, please do me a huge favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button to be notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who'd benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. Before I go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.